for the next one, everybody. Also, welcome back to all of you. We are now in the EU portion of this wonderful showcase. And we are starting off the EU part with LuluZealander. And her Velothi Harbour house, which is, of course, very, very Japanese and thus Asian. And I shall read you the title. Again, I shall apologize here for all of you who are fluent in Japanese. I am not. I shall do my best. Sakura no Yakata. Cherry Blossom Manor is what the title reads. And I shall read you what Lulu has noted to this house. Spring is almost here. A complete rebuild, reskin of Velothi Harbour House in a traditional Japanese-inspired house and garden. I do hope that we are going to have the right weather, Lulu. Of course, I have shown this house before. And I shall take us there. It's such a wonderful little plot. I say little, it's not that little. It has a garden. Oh, look. Oh, Lulu, we have rain. I'm really sorry. The last time I did show this, there was no... I'm sorry, everybody. The last time I showed this, there was no rain. I hope if I linger maybe a little bit, then, or maybe I travel here again and see if that changes anything. Nope, still raining. So I'm gonna just try and hope for the best, Lulu. I hope that those of you who will come here, oh, this is too fast. Those of you who will come here, that you will be luckier when it comes to the weather. It is a bit better to be here when it's clear and not raining like this. So hopefully it clears up while we are here. And of course, this is a 400 slot house with a garden and a little house that has an upstairs room as well and a basement. And this is a true reskin in every which way possible because the entree has changed vastly. The walkway has been done away with. The lights have been kept, of course, but the entire walkway has changed and been kind of lifted up. And of course, we do see beautiful cherries greeting us and rhododendron and all the wonderful overgrown hedges and beautiful, elegant walkway on our path. And there's bamboo greeting us. And there we have the glorious windows. They would stand out a little bit more if it was clear. So if you come here and it's clear, this will look different. Just also the inside will just look different to you probably, but just look. Yeah, very rainy. I know. I can't change the weather. Zos, please let us change the weather too, not just the time of day. We are asking too much, maybe. I really love what Lulu did here. This is a reskin on the outside. True to Japanese form, very traditional Japanese form in every which way possible. It is so symmetric. It's so brilliantly done. And the garden has been used as well, not just the house. I think on the stream for the Velothi competition, I did have the right weather for this. So you can see the difference there probably in the clips that I made. Because I do have a clip of this house by Lulu in that collection. So if you want to have a look at it in the right weather, then you shall find it there. I really love what she did here with the garden, with the beautiful meditation circles and the bamboo and just the classic stone elements that you see in Japanese gardens a lot. The minimalist but maximum effect approach. And of course, I say minimalist, but this is a 400 slot home and it's all 400 slots are used. So to pull this effect off, you do need you do need a lot of patience, creativity, and knowledge to just create this beautiful home. And it's when I was here the first time and showed this, I was just blown away by how clean and how very, very, very Japanese it is. How exact, how perfect the doors inside are. We are going to see them when we go inside. But the doors, I know, mundane thing, Re goes off on doors, but no, not on my YouTube yet, but with permission, I shall put all the clips there. But on my Twitch, there is a category that is dedicated to the Velothi Harbour House competition, and there Lulu has her own clip. This particular house. So yeah, I can only put on YouTube what the designers allow me to. So I have to ask permission first and also do a lot of editing. Don't worry, I'll get there. It's I have currently about 300 plus videos just on Twitch. And editing them all is a bit of a long haul. I'll do my best though, I promise. Also, I think in the category in the real endgame housing community, Suri, you should see GIFs that were made by our true GIF master. And there you can also see a lot. Yeah, you do have a lot to browse. Yeah, I also like for one more for all competitions, for all streams that I do, I usually clip every single house. I create a little clip so that each designer has their own clip at the full length clip, that is, and then I do small clips. Takes me a while to get those done, but yeah, it's a lot. And just one more housing, for instance, that was already a lot of clips. I think there's around 80 videos in that category alone on my Twitch. So, yeah, if you are ever finding yourself an insomniac or something and you need to fall asleep and want me to talk you to sleep, that might be it. That might work for you. Putting on like one of the clips or so, and then let me talk you to sleep. On my YouTube, I do have a reading of poetry. That was the first volume. It's a little bit of an audiobook, if you will. And I use a different mic there, so it may sound a little bit more pronounced, if that makes sense. And I utilized a few wonderful poets and authors, and I've tried my very best to do them justice. It's also not that long, I think around, was it roughly 30 to 40 minutes? Enough to send you to sleep. Oh, darling, it's a good thing that I'm not showing myself because I'm blushing. You're so sweet. Right, I was going to tell you about the house, and thank you for doing this because I'm hoping that the rain will stop and we will see the house in the right light. Come on, rain, stop for me, please. I'm asking you nicely. It is it is so beautiful. Just look. Like the garden here, the little house outside here. I I really love this. The lighting here is also so superbly done in the back there. It's so clean, so exact, very perfect, very classical too. True little shrine here, glorious, very soft and gentle. Really trying to calm the senses, calm the mind. Yes, yay, you did. There's tons of clips there, yes. Oh, look, it's clearing up. It's clearing up, everybody. Getting excited about weather changes, everybody. I really love that. I really, really love this so much. Streamlab doesn't like that. Yeah, yeah. It's the only moderator I have here so far. Is yeah, Caps is a no-no. It's like screaming, you know? I mean, I understand the excitement. I was also really excited that it started to clear up. I mean, there's still rain going on, but there is sun. So if there's sun and is just drizzling a little bit, maybe when we come outside again, I'll we have the right weather. This is so annoying, right? You can control the time of day and a lot of other things, but you can't control the weather. It's a little thing, but it makes all the difference sometimes if the weather isn't right. I just want to see this, how much effort this is. So the sides, so of course all of you know, to either side of the house there are little garden areas that are blocked off here smartly. And here we have a little pool that's created with wonderful petal work, really elegant. And behind this wonderful boulder and the tree, of course, lies a little garden path if that makes sense. And of course, if you want to pull off something glorious, something beautiful like this, then you must sacrifice maybe a little bit. Look, the sun is coming out up there, ever so slightly piercing through the clouds. Wind, please shoo them away. Shoo them all away. And of course, I've shown you this side, but of course, there is more garden behind here. But Lulu decided, I'm not going to use that. I need the space, need the slot room, if that makes sense. You know, Suri, you can do that. Maybe, create a little office room that is only yours and add a door there and make it non-interactable. Or, you know, make it only interactable with certain people that you wish to have access to your office. Or maybe create a little bar or something. You're free now, at least a little bit with slots in your guild hall. Really? Because you need the room. Because you need the slot room. I love the block there because it was beautiful flowers. When I saw it, I was like, oh, look at the flowers. Isn't this sweet? Mm-hmm. And now the bench fields are a thing of the past. May they all rest in pieces. I think you did a very good job there in yours. And updating, let's go inside, by the way. Be wowed. I absolutely love how stunning, how perfect this is. You've done a good job in your guild hall, Suri. You shouldn't feel like you've not done a good job. It's hard. It's really hard to create them, to furnish them, to make them look great. There's no reason to feel any kind of shame there. And it was so beautiful. I really loved it. Also, you created such a nice little rose. And I say little, but it was not little at all. And there's so many little things that you added. And many people who create guild halls do that. And they add a little, you know, add a little bit of personality to it and a little bit of extra there. And it's just wonderful when you see that and when you can appreciate that. And by the way, that's also a reason why I show guild halls. But just look at this. It is so perfect. And here, not only the entree is so well done, it is, I mean, I said the outside was a reskin, but the inside is a reskin too. And now just think about how much furnishing you would need to pull this off. And then think again, how many parts of the house will you be able to show or will you be able to use? Précisément, a lot. And because it's so much, you need to block off parts. And Lulu has done this in a superb way. So here is a stairway that leads up, and we can't go there because it's smartly blocked off. And that also means that the upstairs part of the house isn't being used. So that saves a lot of slots and a lot of space, and you can go ahead and create this superb, true Japanese manor in all its elegance. And of course, also the downstairs, the cellar hasn't been used. And I really love that she framed the door in the way she did. Just, it's so, so clean. No, it doesn't. If you don't know the house, like if you've never been here, if you don't know the house, you wouldn't think there's anything missing, right? I'm just telling you that there is something. Here's a door. Well, there's a walkway that goes up. It's a little staircase, really, and also the ceiling that she put in because the ceiling doesn't exist in the house. Um, it's open rafters, if that makes sense, and there is a little bit of a ceiling. Then, of course, later, further up. But this is a true reskin in every which way possible, which is why this is such a superb job. And also the smart use of furnishings. This really stunning, stunning, absolutely stunning. I shall show you this room first over here. I mean, I have shown you parts of this, but you've not appreciated the back part of this room just yet. And you will in a moment, but I will show you this room here. Look. Mm, clean, just perfect. And it's a multifunctional room. Also, this staircase does not exist in the house. This is added in. And Lulu has taken care of parts of the walls, of course. They are all reskinned. And we have a little bed here, also sunken in. And if you sink something in, you must hide it underneath, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah, eh, absolutely. And not just tiny house. You know, if you've ever been to Yokohama or Tokyo, you know that the apartments are very functional, and they have to. Every single room has to function in multiple ways because there's so little room for so many people, and so everything has to be very efficient, and of course, because of that, very exact. And but I would still say this is more traditional, not as modern as homes in Tokyo or Yokohama are, but more. I mean, you do see traditional houses there as well, but not as traditional. Um, so in more in the countryside in the southern parts of the islands, you would see um, houses like these where there is more room and where it doesn't feel as mm, well crowded. I can only say crowded because these mega cities are very crowded, crammed and crowded. Yeah. It's also, you know, I've heard this from a friend who's gone there and who's rather tall. They said that it was a bit difficult for them. Felt a bit like they were entering a shoe carton, like very little room and um, very crammed and efficiently used. And that's not taking away from the beauty and the clean and perfectionist approach that the Japanese have. But just to note that it is very different to live in these megacities. So yeah, so beautiful. I really love also the little detail here that Lulu added. Beautiful, just beautiful. Look, all the detail. It's tiny, you know, it's not a whole lot that are in your face, which also makes a lot of sense because minimalism is something that you will see in Japanese culture as well. Right? You don't show a whole lot, or you don't put out all of the things that you own. Right. So most houses are really clean, and you see necessary things out, but that's it. Of course, when I entered the house, I should have left my shoes outside. Yeah, minimalist and multifunctional. That is so true. And I really love the lighting here. And you should know that this window corresponds to the window outside. It's superbly done and is so exact. And now I'm gonna linger a little bit on that door because I've lingered on that door before. And I really love that. Lulu added those sliding doors here. They look very mundane, and a lot of people would say, yeah, okay, doors. But they are exact. They are precisely made, and they show off a very key feature of Japanese architecture in classical Japanese houses. I know I didn't take off my shoes. How rude of me. You know, you normally do take off your shoes in a Japanese home, or well, not in, outside. Right before you enter, you take off your shoes. I mean, I do the same here. I also take off my shoes. Um, but yeah, it's just really darling. I really love this. I really love that the sliding doors are added because, I mean, even though they're not interactable, of course, it's a very nice detail and an important detail too to showcase and to just point out. Just, I really love this so much. This build is so well done, so clean, so elegant. And I think you can already see. Yeah, you would. And you must also, like in Japanese houses, those doors, also in Yokohama and Tokyo, those doors are a thing because they're, if you have sliding doors, you don't use a whole lot of room for them, right? You don't have to open them wide. You don't have to think about the room that you need to open a door. So it is kind of important. And that's why I lingered on them so much. It's just really, I do appreciate that a lot. And I really also appreciate this part here. The cooking scenery, very classical approach. So really love that she filled the shelves there and added a lot, well, not too much detail, but detail to the counter. And the lighting is just so enormously well done here. I love this. I shall also show you that this is a window, right? And like a little window toward an outside garden that is not outside because we are still inside the house. And that is something that I really love when designers do something like this. I've seen this before in That Magical Feeling that a designer built in the antiquarian Alpine Gallery the interior seemed a little bit more narrow because they used parts of the interior to create an exterior view, like here. So you looked outside windows that they created, and outside those windows was scenery to be seen in the form of mounds and pets and these wonderful starry bridges that created a starry night sky. So that was superbly done and so elegant. And you didn't really, I mean, you didn't notice all that much because the house was built in the inside so homogeneous that it looked natural, right? So really well done. And Lulu has done a similar thing here, creating this impression that outside it's sunny and there is an outside view that is not an outside view, and a little garden feature that you can look outside to, which is also very classical of a Japanese home in the countryside or in the, well, affluent quarters of larger cities, of course. Just look. Just really, really well done. Really elegant. And very, very nice lighting and great use for all the foliage here, for the wonderful bamboo and the vines that are being used. Truly superb. And it feels like you're beneath a little pergola outside. It's slightly overgrown, adding a little bit of life to the house. And if you stand back here and you look outside, it just adds a little bit of extra to me. It's really, really nicely done. And here we are in the bedroom. Another bedroom, if that makes sense. Very clean, very sleek. Again, really, really elegantly done. So again, sliding doors here, maybe to cabinets, right? Also, the cabinets also have those doors, and here we have the door again. It's just so wonderful, and it's so clean. And another window here. I just really love how she did this, how she created this. How elegant. You kind of do want privacy in a bedroom, yeah. So doors definitely needed. I heard that they are a thing, doors. Yeah, it's a really nice detail here. So here, look on the bed. Adding an extra roll there. Nice, elegant detail. Is really, really nice. I love this. And it's so clean, right? It looks very simple, but then it's really not. Because if you reskin this, and this room looks so different, like it has, well, the walls feel like carved and grown in the Velothi Harbour house. And it is just so cleanly done and so, you don't need a whole lot to be elegant, and that's exactly what this house is. It absolutely doesn't need more to be this elegant. Is just perfect. And of course, when you look here, you kind of see just how vast the reskin is because the walls are so thick. Yeah. That's a very good point to make. 400 slots is not a lot, indeed. And if you want to pull this off inside and outside. Oh, hello. Good evening to you, Mavis. Welcome, welcome. Or ahoy. Um, yeah, it's not only did Lulu pull this off on the inside, but also on the outside. It's just so beautiful. It's so grand, and just that she had all the slots to do this. Again, another sliding door here. It's just superb. And now, bathroom, everybody. This is so beautiful. I know I get excited about mundane things, but um, sometimes, those mundane things are hard to create in ESO using the furnishings that you have. And this is so beautiful because this is, of course, where you would go downstairs into the basement of the house. And smartly, Lulu decided, this can be the bathroom. A slow walk-in bathtub, if you will. We can linger a little bit, wash off all the grime and grease of the day, relax a little with the beautiful lighting here before you hop out and go to bed, of course, or have dinner or whatever. And these little details are so nice, these little towels that she placed here and how she filled some more fabric and towels and everything here into the little shelf. It's so wonderful. And of course, this part that seems like it's it's some kind of storage because this seems like a door. This is also part of the staircase that leads upstairs. And when you see this room, you understand that behind this wall lies also still a good part of the house that's not been used, at least not in this way. So it's really elegant and so smartly done. Very clean, very clear edges, and this window there, of course, also corresponds to the window outside. And this is why I keep meandering about how elegant and clean and very Japanese this build is, and I cannot emphasize this enough. So do come and visit. It's so beautiful. Also send kind messages to Lulu. And if you're not on the real endgame housing community or the Housefolio, you should come and join us all. Say hello. It's a very welcoming community, both of them. I'm sure Lulu and Lilana will, Taden the Black Cat and all the others will welcome you. Very open arms and happily that you have arrived. I hope we have the right time of day and the right weather outside, everybody. Yes, it stopped raining. Look, everybody. Just look. I just really love how much this changed. Yeah, it does look very nice with the sun out. And it just such a grand color change, right? The trees have changed ever so slightly because of this weather clearing up. And here you have those beautiful grand windows shining brightly. Lulu, we managed to outtalk the weather. And yeah, this was the first of EU, PCEU. And I shall have a look where we will go next.